Welcome to Rod's Tree Tours of the University of Nevada, Reno Arboretum. My name is Rod Hollenbeek, aka the Tree Hunter. I am the host for this tour. This tree tour is called the Quad. It starts on the south side of the Mackey Science Building, across from the Child Care Center, and goes north, passing Mackey Science, Laxalt Mineral Engineering, Mackey Mines, and Facilities Services buildings, ending near the south door of the Ansari Business Building. There is a pause of 2 seconds after each tree to let you get to the next tree. But if you haven't yet reached the tree, or if you need a little extra time to locate or contemplate it, please press pause until you are ready and press play. Okay, let's get started. On the south side of Mackey Science, at number 1 on the map, is a tree with compound leaves. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, a compound leaf has a central stem attached to the branch with a number of leaflets coming out from it, in this case 20 or 30 leaflets. And a simple leaf has only 1 leaflet coming out from it. Most of the trees at UNR have simple leaves. This tree is the Nevada State co-champion Japanese pagoda tree. Scientific name Sephora japonica, planted 1989. A native of China and Korea, it has compound leaves which may cause it to be confused with black locust, but all confusion ceases in July or August when large clusters of yellow or white flowers appear. The seed pods, which look like strings of beads, stay on the tree all winter. The tall, skinny conifer a few feet to its left at number 2 on the map is Eastern Arborvitae, scientific name Thuja occidentalis. It is native to eastern North America and is valued because it is columnar and is an evergreen tree with small, inconspicuous cones. These trees are often planted between buildings and sidewalks, as in this case, and landscape architects use them to visually soften building corners. Look toward Morrill Hall. The small tree a few feet from the arborvitae at number 3 is Lavalle Hawthorn, scientific name Crataegus x lavallei, a hybrid of 2 other hawthorn species, which first occurred in cultivation in 1880. Its pointed leaves are a lustrous dark green in summer, turning to bronze or copper red in fall. Its fruits are reddish and may hang on during the winter. Continue toward Morrill Hall and cross the sidewalk. The nearby medium-sized conifer at number 4 is Austrian Pine, scientific name Pinus nigra, native to Europe. It is the most widely planted tree in northern Nevada, and indeed also at UNR. Its popularity stems from its straight form and because it is relatively trouble-free. It has 2 needles in a bundle and 2-inch cones. Around the perimeter of the quad are 24 elms. A historic tree walk shows the trees at the southwest and southeast corners of the quad as European white elms, scientific name Ulmus laevis, and the trees next to them as Dutch elms, scientific name Ulmus ex hollandica. A later historic tree walk shows 2 kinds at number 5 Dutch elm and at number 6 hybrid elm. I doubt that they are hybrids. There are a number of species that look similar. At this point, they have not been differentiated. This will be the subject of future work. Whatever their scientific name is, for many people, the stately elm trees planted in 1908 helped make the quad the centerpiece of the campus. Proceed along the quad on the right side sidewalk. The tall conical conifer at number 7 is Giant Sequoia, scientific name Sequoiadendron giganteum, one of many present on the campus. This native of the western slope of the Sierra Nevada grows quickly and has a conical shape. It also has awl-shaped needles. You would think that this tree species, which grows some of the largest trees in the world, would have huge cones, but no, the egg-sized cones are a modest 2 inches long. The next tree at number 8 is a bluish conifer, Colorado blue spruce, scientific name Picea pungens. Native to the northern Rocky Mountains, it grows quite well in Reno. Its blue-gray foliage makes it a desirable accent tree. The small tree near the end of Mackey Science is at number 9. It is a flowering dogwood, scientific name Cornus florida. These trees prefer shade, stay small, and grow slowly. They are branched and, unlike many other trees, do not grow straight up. They are a mainstay in forests of eastern North America. Between Mackey Science and the next building, that is, the Laxalt Mineral Engineering building, on the right side of the sidewalk at number 10 are two trees with slightly zigzag branches. These are Thornless Honeylocust, scientific name Gleditsia triacanthos variety inermis, native to the eastern and midwestern U.S. There is a thorny variety of the species, which I have seen in Reno. It has spikes of nasty 2-inch thorns coming out from the trunk. Thankfully, it is no longer sold. Turn right onto the sidewalk between the buildings. A few feet past the door on the left side of the sidewalk at number 11 is a tree with white bark. This is the Nevada State up-and-coming tree, Paperbark Birch, scientific name Betula papyrifera, planted 1989. Native to eastern and midwestern North America, it has the greatest geographical distribution of any native birch. It is also called canoe birch because the bark is weather resistant. Indians carved out the soft wood and made canoes out of this tree. One of its less dramatic uses today is for popsicle sticks. Head back toward the quad. On the other side of the Laxalt door at number 12 is another Nevada State up-and-coming tree, black maple, scientific name Acer nigrum. Native to the eastern and midwestern U.S., it is closely related to sugar maple and is differentiated by the drooping ends of the lobes of the leaves and the yellow to orange fall color. Near the intersection of the sidewalks at number 13 is a tree with 5-lobed leaves. This is Common Horsechestnut, scientific name Aesculus hippocastinum, native to mountainous wilds of Greece and Albania. In spring, it has large striking clusters of white flowers, followed in fall by spiny fruits. The seeds inside are round, reddish-brown, and about an inch in diameter, and look like those of the near relative American chestnut. However, they require special preparation to be easily digestible. Common horse chestnut is widely planted in park areas of Europe where the trees are shaped. Some might say mutilated. Continue along the quad sidewalk. Between it and Laxalt, a few feet away at number 14, is the first of 4 oaks on this tour, Shumard Oak, scientific name Quercus shumardii, a native of the southeastern U.S. This tree has leaves with pointed lobes, indicative of the red oak group. It's used for construction and flooring. It can be identified by the very deep cuts in the lobes. Please press pause and continue along the sidewalk. Stop when you get to 3 small trees in a planter bed next to the building at number 15, then press play. These are pink flowering dogwoods. Scientific name Cornus florida, could be any of a number of cultivars. Some authors consider this a variety of flowering dogwood. Flowering dogwood is native to eastern North America, and its small size and abundant cross-shaped flowers result in its being planted in millions of yards across North America. Between the pink flowering dogwoods and the north sidewalk of the quad are 3 oaks in a row. These trees were transplanted when the Getchell Library was razed and replaced by the Pennington Student Achievement Center. The first tree is the second oak on the tour at number 16. This is northern red oak, scientific name Quercus rubra, native to the eastern U.S. and commonly planted in Reno because it grows quickly, has few problems, and has good yellow, orange, and red fall color. The next tree at number 17 is the third oak on the tour. It is white oak, scientific name Quercus alba, also native to the eastern U.S. The leaves of this tree are widest halfway out, with deep lobes that angle back to the trunk. The white oak on the Valley Road Park tree tour has leaves that look very different from this tree's, and that says something about variation of leaf shape between trees of a species. A few feet farther, at number 18, is pin oak, scientific name Quercus palustris, native to eastern North America. Drooping lowest branches is a characteristic of this species. Also characteristic in trees not doing well, like this one, are the dead ends of limbs and a leaning top. But cheer up, there's a happier one later in this tour. Please press pause and turn to the right until you arrive at the tree at the top of the steps, a few feet right of the entrance to Screwgum Engineering Mines at number 19, and press play. This tree has what is called bipinnately compound leaves. What this means is that there is a central stem with secondary stems coming out from it, and the leaflets coming out from the secondary stems. There are only a few tree species which will grow in northern Nevada with this leaf structure. The tree at number 19 is Kentucky coffee tree, scientific name Gymnocladus dioicus, native to the eastern and midwestern U.S. The female trees of this species produce a pod with beans, which the early settlers used as a coffee substitute. A few feet to its left, near the door of the Screwgum Engineering Mines building at number 20, is the roundest leafed tree Littleleaf Linden, scientific name Tilia cordata, native to Europe and planted for thousands of years. It is still a popular street or park tree in Europe because it has a nice form and has small leaves. Turn right onto the sidewalk between Screwgum and the Mackey Mines building, about 30 feet away. The trees on each side of the sidewalk at number 21 are another roundish-leafed tree, American Linden, scientific name Tilia americana, the U.S. native counterpart. It has larger leaves than Littleleaf Linden. Both have indistinct white flowers and spatula-shaped bracts, that is, modified leaves which form the perimeter of the flowers. Please press pause and backtrack along the sidewalk to the corner of the Mackey Mines building. Then press play. At number 22 is a group of 4 species of small trees. Press play. The tree with rounded glossy leaves is Thornless Cockspur Hawthorn, scientific name Crataegus krusgelli variety inermis, a naturally occurring variety of Cockspur hawthorn without thorns. It has small white flowers and red fruits like the Lavalle Hawthorns just across the sidewalk at the corner of Screwgum, but its leaves have a different shape. The largest tree of the group, with 2-inch 5-lobed leaves, is Paul's Scarlet Hawthorn, scientific name Crataegus labiata Paul's Scarlet, the most widely planted hawthorn in northern Nevada because in spring it is covered with a mass of red double flowers that last for weeks. The small weeping tree nearest the sidewalk is weeping hegan cherry, scientific name Prunus subhirtella pendula plenarosia, a cultivar of the Japanese native hegan cherry which has branches rising out of a graft and then descending toward the ground. It has double pink flowers arranged along the branch. Because of their upward growth pattern, these trees at maturity can reach over 30 feet tall. This tree is fruitless. Rounding out the group is a tree with purple leaves, the aptly named purple leaf plum, scientific name Prunus ceracifera Crowder Vesuvius. This cultivar of the West Asian native cherry plum is named for a nurseryman who introduced it in 1957. Since then, its popularity has exploded, possibly because of its multitude of pink flowers before the purple leaves come out. This is one of the first trees in Reno to bloom in spring. At each side of the door of Mackey Mines at number 23 is Nootka or Alaska Cedar. Alaska Cedar, also called false cypress. Scientific name Chamaecyparis nootkaensis. Native to the mountains on the west coast of North America, it at first appears to be a juniper, but there are no smooth blue juniper berries. Instead, the fruits are brown with spines. This tree was more commonly planted a few decades ago, but it has fallen out of favor. Next to the corner of Mackey Mines at number 24 is another young hawthorn with 1-inch, 3-lobed leaves, crimson cloud hawthorn. Scientific name Crataegus levigata crimson cloud. This cultivar differs from fall scarlet hawthorn in flower color, a delicate combination of white star-shaped center and dark pink outside. Some bigger specimens of this tree can be found on the west side of Manzanita Lake. Tree tour. Please press pause and continue west on the wide east-west sidewalk until you reach the corner of Ross Hall. Press play. The small tree at number 25 is Japanese maple, scientific name Acer palmatum, planted 1989, native to Japan and Korea. This tree is used in gardens of the Japanese style, which values small size, slow growth, and a delicate form. There are over 100 different cultivars of Japanese maple, and I don't know which one this is. Please press pause and retrace your steps to the nearest corner of Mackey Mines, then turn left toward the large tree to the left at number 26. Press play. This is the Nevada State Champion Dutch Elm, scientific name Ulmus ex hollandica, planted 1908, a hybrid of 2 other elms. The vase-like shape of this and other large elms made it possibly the most popular street tree in the eastern U.S. That is, until the Dutch elm disease decimated many streetscapes. On the side of Mackey opposite the Dutch elm at number 27 are 2 younger elms, scientific name Ulmus sp. I suspect that these are one of several cultivars of Dutch elms bred to resist Dutch elm disease. Please press pause and continue to the open area at the end of Mackey Mines. When you get there, press play. The largest tree in this area, at number 28, is another pin oak. Note the drooping lowest branches, as in the tree at number 18. This tree was planted in 1982 and is what pin oak looks like when it is doing well. The 2 yellow, shaggy-barked trees next to the facilities service building at number 29 are River Birch, scientific name Vetula nigra, planted 1982, native to southern Canada and northern U.S. It does not have the white bark characteristic of other birches. It is more resistant to the insect pest bronze birch borer, which has killed many birch trees in Reno, than white bark birches. Past the door of the Ansari Business Building at number 30 are 2 trees with light gray, smooth bark and 1/2-inch cones. These are white alders, scientific name Alnus rhombifolia, planted 1982. This western North American native is related to birch and prefers a moist environment. The tree nearest the building is the Nevada State Champion. This concludes the Quad Tree Tour. Thank you for joining me on this tour. If you would like to support the Arboretum, please see the options on the donate link on the UNR Arboretum website.